Hey Renegade, what's up? It's Grace, and I'm here to give you the last week of the Bible Project's characteristics of God. So we talked about compassion, we talked about grace, we talked about slow to anger, and then this week I'm finishing it off with loyal love. So loyal love, if you watch the video, it talks about it being a Hebrew word called chesed. I don't know if I'm saying that correct, but it's K-H-E-S-E-D. In chesed, it's more than just the word love or something simple that we think of here in today's world of love. Here are a few things that chesed really embodies. So it combines the idea of love, generosity, enduring commitment, and promise-keeping loyalty. So this word chesed, or loyal love, is a great characteristic expression of who God is. So if you watch the Bible Project video, it gives us a few story examples of how chesed was lived out by God or by other people through the Bible. So the first story they tell us is about Ruth. And Ruth, her husband had passed away, and the rest of her family passed away, and so she chose to stay with her mother-in-law. And this act of her staying with her mother-in-law, instead of going back to her home and back to her people at home, it shows this chesed, as the Bible talks about. It shows that she's selfless and she's not doing this just for the sake of Naomi, but she's doing this simply because that's who she is. She can't help but be selfless. She can't help but love in this manner. So that's the first one, is Ruth. And then God uses a story of Jacob, and Jacob had messed up pretty bad, but God still ends up using him later on. And so here it shows God's chesed, and it shows that it's not about my worth, it's not about my mistakes, it's not about what I've done or what I haven't done, it's not about our works, but it's simply who God is, that He is so great and He will bring His promises to pass even if we don't deserve it, because He's just that good. He's just that loving. That is who He is, and He can't help but live out who He is. He is loyal love. So we saw that in the story of Jacob. And the last thing I had written down was the story of the Israelites. And there's a point in time where God had forgiven the Israelites, not because they deserved it, but that's just who He is. He can't help but forgive them because of His loyal love. And so loyal love, the whole point of it is, it's not about me, it's not about Caitlin behind the camera, it's not about us as people, it's not about humanity. The characteristics of God are simply about Him. It doesn't matter what we are, what we do, where we go, that will not change who God is. He is constant, He is forever. Day in and day out, He is the same. And so His loyal love is not just a mere love that we see in the world today that's conditional, that's based on your goodness to me or your kindness to me. God's loyal love is a love that is steadfast, a love that is enduring, a love that is promising, a love that is loyal. That is God's love. It's not based on us, but it's just who He is. The point of His love is to love us, but it's to compel us to in turn be challenged by that and to want to live that love out, to have a love that's different than the rest of the world, a love that isn't conditional, a love that's not based just on your good or somebody else's goodness to you, but a love that loves and serves and cares for no matter what it means. That's what God's love is. It's just who He is. And with Christ, that can be who we are, is this chesed, a loyal love. So be encouraged with that you can have this chesed in your life for you, but then you can live that out for other people. We love you guys. Stay tuned for some more videos coming and some great announcements of the place I'm in right now. It's called the Ivy. So that's all I'm saying about it. Just stay tuned to see more coming in this place and just on the channel. Love you guys. It's the story of the Israelites, and God, dang it, cut again.